Now in 4 News Now at 6. Confessed killer Bryan Kohberger spends his first full day in an Idaho prison. New details about that process. Plus, what went through the mind of the man who first headed up the investigation when he realized they had their man.
Plenty of sun and a breeze to end the week, but will that summer sunshine last through the weekend? Find out in your First Alert forecast.
Walking to school should be easy for kids. As we approach the new school year, we'll show you how Spokane County is helping the kids at one elementary school get to class safely. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. And we begin with some breaking news, a live look at Trent Avenue in Spokane Valley near Pines, where traffic is starting to move again, you can see. But within the last hour, a brush fire broke out in that area, and Spokane Valley Fire Department says that it burned about 3 acres. They have stopped the forward progress. I'm not seeing a lot of smoke on our traffic cam there. A little bit up in the upper right-hand corner, but people are being asked to avoid this area as crews continue to mop up the fire. They are expected to be out there for the next few hours.
Well, this is the latest booking photo of Bryan Kohberger, the man who confessed to killing 4 University of Idaho students. It was taken at his new home at the Idaho Maximum Security Prison in Kuna, southwest of Boise. You may have seen reports that Kohberger will be spending the rest of his life in solitary confinement, but we've learned that may not be the case. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor, and that is because Kohberger is still being processed. The Department of Corrections tells us he is currently in the medical unit where staff are determining his needs, and based on that information, will determine where he will be housed. The department says that process can last between 7 and 14 days. And more documents and information will likely come to light, but many questions may never be answered. The investigation is officially closed.
This case, a pivotal moment in the careers of every police officer who worked on it. And for the first time, we're hearing from some of those officers. They reflected on the case with ABC News and our Jordan Smith. Jordan?
Yeah, this case changed everybody who worked on it, and it will stay with these police officers for a long, long time to come.
The first 33 years of my career were in Southern California in Los Angeles County, and even after working there, this is the most horrific crime that I've been involved in or that I've seen.
Months before he became the chief of WSU Police, Chief Gary Jenkins worked for Pullman Police, where he interviewed Kohberger for an internship within the department. Kohberger did not get that internship.
You know, there wasn't really anything significant that stood out, no red flags. You know, I felt he was probably be socially uncomfortable in social situations. He didn't have a real fluid way of communicating.
Months later, he would carry out the most appalling murders Chief Jenkins would ever investigate. Jenkins' team was instrumental, identifying Kohberger's car in a WSU parking lot, later determined to be the Hyundai Elantra seen leaving the crime scene. For the officers who worked the day-to-day details, this case definitely left its mark.
What kind of person has the ability to do something like that?
Someone who is cold, filled with rage, angry, very angry.
ABC News correspondent Kana Whitworth was the first to sit down with former Moscow Police Chief James Frey. The full circle moment for Frey came in court Wednesday, face-to-face with Kohberger for the first time 2.5 years after the murders. Not exactly closure, but the punctuation on his police work in this case.
What would you say to him?
He should be ashamed of what he did. He destroyed lives, families, communities. Changed everybody that ever worked that case. It's not human, what happened.
And Chief Frey says, aside from the DNA, the aha moment in this case, the moment that was the turning point for them, was the video of that white Hyundai Elantra leaving the scene. The DNA would later cement their case, and they knew they had their guy. In studio tonight, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Jordan. Those newly released court documents are revealing what happened in the moments after Bryan Kohberger was arrested for the murders of 4 University of Idaho students.
Investigators say when they caught up with Kohberger at his parents' home in Pennsylvania, he seemed more worried about his parents and his dogs. He and the detectives made some small talk about sports and why he wanted to be a professor, with Kohberger saying knowledge was more important to him than money. But when detectives brought up the murders in Moscow, Kohberger asked for a lawyer and the interview ended. Koberger was caught after a DNA match from a knife sheath found at the scene. It is unclear if he spoke to investigators again. And that's just a small piece of the more than 300 documents released by the Moscow Police Department.
And more files are expected to be released since the gag order was lifted. We will be sure to bring you any updates on this case, both here on 4 News Now and online at KXLY.com.
All right, we are cranking the heat back up again today. Some areas saw 90 degrees.
That's right, but it is average, according to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker, and it feels good for some.
That's right. We did stop 1 degree short of average for our highs so far in Spokane. Right now, it's 87 with clear skies, 89 in Coeur d'Alene with sunny conditions. And we do have a little bit of a breeze, 15-mile-per-hour southwesterly winds over Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. And we did see some higher gusts earlier this afternoon. Tomorrow will be a very similar day. Here's our high temperatures across the region. 89 in Spokane. We did hit 90 in Coeur d'Alene, 88 in Pullman, and 90 in Ritzville. We might be a couple of degrees cooler tomorrow, but we'll have that same breeze to help cool you down as the day goes on. Here's our high temperature trend over the next 4 days. A little bit of a dip on Saturday to 83, back up to 85 on Sunday, and then we start getting into the 90s by Monday. We're going to be heading further into the 90s as the week goes on. But first, your evening forecast will be in the 70s by 9 o'clock. Winds will continue to die down this evening before that summer breeze picks up again tomorrow afternoon. I'll be back with your weekend forecast and the 7-day outlook in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. In fire watch coverage tonight, you might notice some extra smoke near Highway 291. That's because fire crews are doing a planned burn. It's meant to help stop the spread of the Lake Spokane fire burning in that area. That fire has burned about 4 square miles. Here's some photos taken of that planned burn. Stevens County Fire District 1 says the operation has been very successful and fuels in that area have been mostly eliminated. And today, the Trump administration released $20 million in federal funding to help crews prepare for and respond to wildfires. According to Washington Senator Maria Cantwell, the Trump administration failed to distribute funding that helped train and equip state, private, and local emergency responders. This funding is normally sent out months ahead of fire season. When asked why the funding was being withheld, the Federal Office of Management and Budget said the department needed to see if the funding fit with the administration's priorities, despite it already being approved by Congress.
Well, mark your calendars. You'll have a chance to help your kids get ready for back to school without breaking the bank. Next Saturday, August 2nd, Verizon will be giving away backpacks stuffed with school supplies. Families can stop by the store at the corner of East Mission Avenue and North Hamilton Street from 10 a.m. until noon. You'll want to get there early because supplies are limited and there is a limit to 1 backpack per student.
Also on August 2nd, SNAP will be holding its Resource Carnival at Mission Park. You and your family can enjoy free food, face painting, games, and you can get your hands on some back-to-school essentials. The fun kicks off at 11 o'clock. For more information on either of these events, you can head to KXLY.com.
Well, Spokane Valley is set to host a college conference championship this fall, but it may need to move.
The city doesn't expect its cross-country course to be ready in time, and event organizers are looking at backup plans. Derek Strom spoke with city officials about the potentially delayed opening.
Construction is still underway on the course in Spokane Valley, but it might not be done in time for its first 2 scheduled events this fall.
We've been aware, and we're not surprised at all, and, we'll adapt.
The city still needs to put in 17 acres of grass to make it ready for races.
The city has really determined that it is unlikely that the 2 events that were scheduled for 2025 will be held at the course.
The $7 million facility was primarily paid for by local taxpayers, and construction started last fall. The events scheduled for 2025 were booked around a year ago, according to event organizers.
The schedule should have been attuned to the events that we were putting up, or we should have said, we're not going to do the events because they're not going to work with the grass.
Spokane Sports CEO says these events aren't canceled, and at minimum they'll stay in Spokane County. And these 2025 events were meant to fine-tune this course and get it ready to fully open in 2026.
One of the events is the Northwest Athletic Conference Cross Country Championships in November. The conference's executive director says it was fully aware the course might not be ready in time.
Would we like to be the first athletes to run on the course? Absolutely. But If that doesn't work out, we will be very excited to be there next year and the following year.
Executive Director Marco Azurdia says the conference will make a decision on whether it's moving the event in the next 6 to 8 weeks. It identified Plants Ferry Park as a backup. The course is still set to host the NCAA Western Regional Championships in 2027. In Spokane Valley, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, we are in the middle of grilling season, and the price of beef is on the rise.
Why your favorite steak and burger may cost more, and what else could see a jump in price coming up.
And the president's sweeping tariff plan is set to go into effect next week. Why some Spokane businesses are starting to feel the impact and how others are planning ahead tonight at 6:30.
Spokane County has received nearly $1 million to upgrade the streets around Creekside Elementary School. I'll show you what changes you can expect to see to make it safer for your student to get to school.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Cal Cars in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
The selection and savings have never been better at Finley Downtown Toyota. Whether you're camping out in a new RAV4 or pulling a boat with a Toyota Tundra truck, Finley is launching the most aggressive deals of this summer with incredible financing options and hot lease specials.
And if you need extra money for your trade-in, we're giving $1,000 over Kelley Blue Book for every trade-in.
You can find it all this week at Finley.
Finley Toyota's downtown.
It's the More Furniture Anniversary Sale with unbeatable savings on premium mattresses. Choose from premium brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy, and get 72 months interest-free financing. That's 72 equal monthly payments, no interest, and no money down. Plus, free white glove delivery and removal of your old mattress. It's our way of saying thank you for letting us be a part of your homes, your memories, and your lives. 48 years and counting. More Furniture, where everyone gets more for less.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication. As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union encourage you once again to wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedom we enjoy every day as Americans. Stop into any Global branch to pick up a red pin and show your support.
And then wear red every Friday from now until September 11.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Warner Music Nashville's multi-platinum star Gabby Barrett continues to be an unstoppable force in country music and will be live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino on Thursday, August 14th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning.
Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
Well, there are several busy roads that run by Creekside Elementary School in Meade, and many parents say these roads are dangerous. So in order to make them safer, the county has accepted nearly $1 million to upgrade the roads.
So this project is funded through the Washington Department of Transportation Safe Routes to School program. Madeline Mullins spoke to parents today about the changes and if they think it will make the streets safer.
So it makes me nervous.
That is how Bethany Edmonds feels about having to run across this street with 3 of her 5 kids. Other parents in the neighborhood feel the same way about having to cross either Farwell Road or Market Street.
If I had 3 or 4 of my kids with me, it was, having to run across it could be pretty dangerous. And I've always thought since they built it that there should be something for the kids who walk longer distances than just across the street.
And even though there is already a crosswalk here at Freya and Farwell, neighbors tell me that without the red flashing lights forcing cars to stop, well, those cars just speed on through. And that is not the only problem neighbors have with the streets around Creekside Elementary School. Many of these roads don't have sidewalks, forcing students to walk in the road to get to class.
A lot of them don't walk with their parents just because the school's right there, and so it makes me nervous.
The county's Safe Roads to School project will fix that. Sidewalks will be added on this stretch of road in front of the school. Here at Farwell and Freya and Market and 4th, crosswalks with flashing lights that alert cars to the people crossing will be added.
Walking down to the light where there is a crosswalk adds 5 to 10 minutes of walking. So, yeah, I'm really excited to hear about that.
And this won't just make it safer for students, but for everyone who walks in this neighborhood. For Edmonds, whose kids now take the bus to school, she says these improvements will make her more inclined to walk.
We do walk sometimes on nice days. I'll be very happy that they'll put a crosswalk in there that's kind of more monitored.
In the coming months, the county is set to have conversations with the community about what this construction project will look like. In Meade, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Your Friday planner, a high of 87 degrees. 87 is average. Bright blue skies and that breeze. Southwesterly wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. I'll be back with your weekend forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
It's our July 4th month-long sales event where you'll find new Sierra 1500s with savings up to $15,250 off MSRP. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Due to recent supply chain delays and clearance items stacking up in the warehouse, this week all Walker's Furniture locations are having an emergency inventory liquidation sale where you can save up to 70% on all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
New inventory is on the way, so we're clearing space and passing the savings on to you. Plus, special 5-year financing was brought in where you can save now and pay over time with no minimum purchase required.
During the inventory reduction sale this week at Walker's.
Summer's heating up, but your home doesn't have to. During Mainstream's No Sweat Summer Sales event, it's easier than ever to upgrade your comfort with the best financing offer of the year. For a limited time, enjoy 6 months, no payments, no interest on new AC systems. Stay cool, save big, worry less. Call Mainstream today or visit mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this amazing offer. Cooler air is just a click or call away. Don't sweat it. Mainstream has you covered.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers, integrated, innovative, inspired.
Are you moving? Make it easy with Dan the Moving Man. Reliable, efficient, and stress-free. Dan is your locally owned, trusted household and piano moving partner. Visit danthemovingmanwa.com for your free quotes today.
It's our July 4th month-long sales event where you'll find new Sierra 2500 HDs with savings up to $14,000 off MSRP. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
All right, welcome back. Here's another look at that brush fire burning just off of Trent, just east of Pines in Spokane Valley. You can see a little bit of that smoke there kind of in the middle left portion of your screen. People are being asked to avoid that area while crews finish mopping up the fire. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining us now.
And Chris, you were talking about winds in the 7-day forecast. This fire really, we don't have a lot of wind today, but we got to watch that as we continue through fire season.
Absolutely, and it's just a little breeze. I was looking at the trees there and there was barely any movement, but the nearest reporting station at Felts Field, there are some gusts up to 19 miles per hour. And these are the kind of winds we can expect again tomorrow. They'll pick up in the afternoon, wind gusts peaking in that 20 to 25 mile per hour range. We're not in critical fire weather conditions, but anytime you have a fire start, if you get some air movement, that will help to fan the flames. But again, no watches or warnings in effect, and those winds will be dying down very quickly. Here's our 12-hour winds. Still the potential for 20-mile-per-hour gusts through the 7 o'clock hour, and then those gusts will taper off, and we'll keep things in that 5 to 10-mile-per-hour range until we get into tomorrow morning. 4 things to know about your weather. Sunny skies in the forecast. It is going to be breezy see again on Friday, very much like what we've seen today. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s, mid to upper 80s through Sunday. It is going to get hotter next week. We're heading into the 90s. Tomorrow's winds, this picks up where that last graphic left off. We'll have sustained winds up to 15 miles per hour during the day, with those wind gusts developing with very similar timing, sometime in the 2 o'clock hour and continuing through early evening before they will taper off. Feels great when you're out and about in the heat. If you're fighting a fire, that's another story. But on our tracking our weather pattern, we have a westerly flow over the region, and that's what is producing those winds this afternoon and again tomorrow. As we get into the weekend, a little bit of a dip in the jet stream, and we're going to cool things down. Temperatures still very close to average, but they'll be on the lower end of seasonable. But then this big area of low pressure out here in the Pacific, it's not headed our way. It's headed down along the coast, and that is going to cause this ridge of high pressure to really build. Here's Tuesday at 4 o'clock. That's going to put us in a strong southerly flow, and that's going to send our temperatures up into the mid-90s. The extended forecast, the 1st through the 7th, the first week of August, this is the 8 to 14 day, still calling for above average temperatures. We're in that medium orange. Chance of above average precipitation, that I will believe when I see, but my goodness, do we need it? This is the drought monitor. It updates every Thursday, so this is new today. And you can see how far that red extreme drought has encroached on our region. We are in trouble with precipitation. We are staying dry through Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, we might start to see the chance of some mountain showers and thunderstorms, and hopefully that 8 to 14 day forecast pans out. Derek.
All right, let's hope so. Thanks, Chris. Well, few things are better than inviting friends and family over during the summer and firing up the grill.
But the price of beef could have you wanting to change the menu. ABC's Rhiannon Nally takes a look at what's driving up costs.
It's peak grilling season, but this morning, the growing cost of rising beef prices. Ground beef up 10% compared to the same time last year. Steak up 12%. Some stores and restaurants are trying to hold firm on prices for now.
Our strategy is right now just absorbing the price and hoping that we see a reduction after the summer months are over.
Ken Silver runs a famous cheesesteak shop in Philadelphia.
We were closed for 21 months. We had sticker shock when we came back. The price of beef when we left was $4.68 for our choice top round beef. And when we came back, it was over $7 a pound.
What's to blame for the price hikes? Extreme weather is a major factor.
We had droughts in the Midwest that spilled over into 2023. We're basically from New Mexico all the way across to the East Coast, where you saw historic droughts.
Cattle herd sizes now shrinking to a record low as more farmers choose to sell their cattle for meat instead of breeding, due in part to high feed costs.
Right now, this is the highest prices it's been in history.
Overall, at the grocery store, food prices are up less than 3% this year. Eggs are coming back down, but the next sticker shock for consumers may come in the chocolate aisle. Cocoa prices have more than doubled in 2 years because of extreme weather and disease in Africa. Rhiannon Nally, ABC News, New York.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Crafted here, built to last. Solid American craftsmanship, made for your home, made for life. Now for a limited time, save 30% on all American-made furniture, only at the Tin Roof.
If you're looking to add more elegance and security to your home, then check out the doors of possibilities from McVeigh Brothers. At McVeigh Brothers, they sell Therma-Tru doors with more than 300 different styles to choose from.
We're working for you.
It's time to cool off this summer in a new 16-foot or 18-foot swim spa from Quality Spa Spokane at the North Division Y, home of the 6-foot deep swim spa.
Life's just better in a spa.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
R&R RV has just lowered prices on every pre-owned motorhome, fifth wheel, and travel trailer in stock. We're talking jaw-dropping savings on the region's largest selection of pre-owned RVs. All pre-owned units at R&R RV are clean, certified, and never purchased at auction. Quit dreaming. Just do it. Same-day delivery available on many units. Shop pre-owned units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston. Or visit rnrrv.com.
Visit AutoNation Acura Spokane Valley for the Summer of Performance event going on now.
Crafted here, built to last. Solid American craftsmanship, made for your home, made for life. Now for a limited time, save 30% on all American-made furniture, only at the Tin Roof.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
Since I'm the #1 in professional wrestling, everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon, man.
A wrestling icon and the man behind Hulkamania has passed away. Terry Bollea, better known as Hulk Hogan, was one of the first superstars of professional wrestling. He received the nickname Hulk after fellow wrestlers noticed he was actually bigger than Lou Ferrigno, the bodybuilder who played the Incredible Hulk on TV. Hogan's larger-than-life personality made him a household name and seared his career into mainstream success in TV and movies. You remember him as Thunderlips on Rocky III. The cause of his death has not yet been released. He was 71 years old.
Around the nation today, the Department of Justice met with Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator. The meeting took place in Florida, where she is serving a 20-year sentence for her role of enticing and recruiting underage girls to be sexually abused by Epstein.
This comes amidst rumors that President Trump's name comes up in those files. CNN's Laura Aguirre explains why this meeting is raising eyebrows among legal experts and fueling speculation that a pardon could be in play.
A lawyer for convicted Jeffrey Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell arrived at the federal courthouse in Tallahassee, Florida this morning. Sources tell CNN he and Maxwell are meeting with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, the current second in command at the Justice Department, and former criminal defense attorney for President Donald Trump.
This is extremely unusual. You never have the #2 person in the Department of Justice go and interview anybody.
Maxwell is serving a 20-year federal sentence for carrying out a years-long scheme with Epstein to groom and sexually abuse underage girls. In May, Attorney General Pam Bondi briefed Trump that his name was in the so-called Epstein files. Sources familiar with the conversation tell CNN. It's a claim Trump denies. Trump, who was once known to be good friends with Epstein, has never been charged with any wrongdoing related to Epstein's activities. Epstein died in jail awaiting trial in 2019. His death ruled a suicide, leaving Maxwell likely the only person who knows the scope of his crimes.
There's no way you could ever believe Maxwell. She knows that the only way she'll ever see the light of day and get out of that 20-year sentence is to get a pardon.
As for any possible deal between Maxwell and the DOJ,
they have to be convinced that she has come fully clean on everybody and everything. She's shown no indication of any willingness to do that at any point.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Well, summer scams are on the rise. Why fraudsters target you when you least expect it.
And the simple steps you can take to protect your money.
2 cousins, 2 pro soccer teams, and 1 home field right here in Spokane. How Derek and Tori Waldeck turned a family love for the game into matching pro careers, and why they say the Lilac City feels just like home.
Tariff talks turning into real challenges for local businesses. Why dealerships and contractors in Spokane say they're forced to plan a price day by day.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome to the Summer Roundup this week at Cal. Over 300 rigs have been strategically priced low, and $44 down is all you need.
We're not horsing around with these special buys.
During the Summer Roundup this week at Cal.
A truckload of cash isn't the only thing you could win at Northern Quest's Payload Payday. You could also win a truckload of truck. We're talking a Chevy Silverado 2500 HD pickup. Great for hitting the open road or getting off it. And even better for hauling home, you know. Don't miss the grand prize drawing this Saturday with Dave and Ken, plus our Chevy Tailgate pre-party with food and drink specials starting at 2 p.m. Only at Northern Quest.
Global Credit Union serves the men and women of our armed forces stationed around the world.
We're proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Friday.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are inviting you to wear red on Fridays too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces.
Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future. Stop by any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
It's the All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring. Save big this week on American-made laminate and LVP. Plus, all military and veterans can save an additional 5% off during our All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring.
It's our 48th anniversary at More Furniture, 3 generations strong, thanks to you. For 48 incredible years, we've had the honor of furnishing your homes. From our family to yours, we're celebrating with 72 months interest-free financing and no money down on every purchase over $19.99. Plus, we'll remove and donate your gently used pieces locally. That's 6 full years with no interest. Just gorgeous furniture, unbeatable value, and easy monthly payments. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
Let's get it on. Let's play.
Yeah.
The Feud has 2 Emmy nominations.
Grandma, he smells really good.
Name something your mate's booty has in common with the basketball.
It bounces.
Emmy-nominated Celebrity Family Feud. Tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC. Wildfire season is here. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Chris Crocker.
We track the winds, the humidity, the lightning, because even the smallest change can lead to disaster.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
In 8 days, President Trump's so-called sweeping retaliatory tariffs are set to go into effect. They impact almost all U.S. trade partners, including our neighbors to the north, Canada, unless it strikes a new trade deal with the president. These negotiations have left some businesses across the inland Northwest on edge.
It's just, we don't know. It's the unknown. It's the fear of the unknown.
Now, Washington imports billions of dollars in goods from Canada annually, including critical pieces of equipment in both construction and manufacturing.
Alexandra Cohen-Yard shares the impact local businesses are already feeling and what this all means for you.
It's very volatile. We don't know from one day to the next what the administration might be imposing tariff-wise.
That is Tim Thomas, president of Boughton Construction, a contractor in Spokane. We first spoke with him in March when this roller coaster started. His take: things have not been as bad as expected, but the uncertainty of it all has led to changes.
Now we have a tariff contingency.
Thomas means there is now money set aside for tariffs, just in case something changes in the market.
Tariff thing really is the wild card in the whole situation.
And that wild card has been thrown at all kinds of businesses, including car dealerships. Here at Arata's Mitsubishi, the impact has especially been felt on parts used during repairs.
We've had trouble getting parts, delays in getting parts.
Delays that have left customers waiting up to a month longer than usual. Jeremy Arata, owner of this dealership, says he believes sales will be next.
It could be anywhere from 5 to 10% is what they're saying. So, you know, you take a $20,000 car, that's a lot of money.
The they refer to are manufacturers. In preparation, Arata has taken to advertising with signs in front of his dealership warning customers the prices you see now will not be there for much longer.
We're still doing okay. But yeah, we definitely see the impact coming.
Arata says these tariffs have left his business in a constant state of uncertainty, forcing him to navigate day by day. At Boughton, equipment like steel and aluminum has gotten more pricey, but some adjustments has made these changes more manageable.
You know, carrying extra money is looking for alternative ways to build that part of the project, that maybe with alternative materials.
In Spokane, Alexandra Konyarts, 4 News Now.
Well, today, President Donald Trump signed an executive order to make it easier for cities to remove homeless people from the streets. The order will direct Attorney General Pam Bondi to reverse rules that limit municipalities' abilities to relocate homeless people. It also redirects federal resources so affected homeless people are transferred to facilities for rehabilitation and substance abuse. The order directs Bondi to work with other Trump administration leaders to fast-track federal funding to states and municipalities that crack down on illegal drug use, urban camping, and loitering.
All right, we had another warm day here in the inland Northwest, and we can expect a lot of them coming up.
That's right. The 7-day forecast is full of those 80s and 90s. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining us now.
Yes, today felt warm. We topped out at 89 degrees, but that's just about average. 87 is our average high. Almost all of our records, with the exception of 2 days in the month of July, are in the triple digits. So no surprise to find 104 as our record for today. We have yet to hit the triple digits in Spokane. Our warmest day so far this summer was back on July 13th when we got up to 97 degrees. A big difference from last year when we had our record number of triple digit days. All of those gray days are days that are just about average, so that does include yesterday and today. The blue days are below average, and those orange days are above average. We're going to have a lot more orange days in the 7-day forecast. We are just, boy, I keep using the term average, but just about average for the number of 90-degree or higher days so far in 2025. We've had 9 so far. In the month of July, we averaged 9 so far. We've had 6. As I mentioned, we do have more coming in the forecast, but not tomorrow. 87 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, right around the Spokane area. We'll hit 90 at 9 Mile, Meade, and downtown, but it's that Spokane International Airport temperature where we keep our records. And I'll be back with that warm weather in the 7-day in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Well, this is a photo of fire engineer Dave Tisdall taken before his 4th surgery that was scheduled for today. He, of course, was one of the 3 firefighters ambushed while responding to a wildfire near Canfield Mountain in Coeur d'Alene. Last week, he was moved to a rehab facility in Colorado that specializes in spinal cord injuries. He's recovering from a gunshot wound, a collapsed lung, and spinal swelling. The Coeur d'Alene Fire Department says Tisdall is finding strength in the love and support that he continues to receive. You can help support his family while he recovers by donating to the Red and Blue Foundation. Find that link to donate on KXLY.com.
Great to see his progress, though. All right, Sports Director Jack Wallace joins me now. And Jack, here, the Spokane Zephyr just signed a new player that goes way back with one of the players on the Velocity.
USL Spokane prides themselves for being a franchise with a family feel, but they're taking things a little bit further, signing a new player to the Spokane Zephyr who's actually family members already is on the Spokane Velocity. Cindy Berger sharing the story of their reunion on the pitch.
Not everybody lives the life of a pro soccer player, but the Waldeck family has 2, and they both found their way to Spokane, Washington. Derek is a 2nd-year veteran for the Spokane Velocity, and his cousin, Tori, just signed with the Spokane Zephyr.
It's been cool just to have not only a family that enjoys sports, but enjoys sports together. I remember just growing up playing on their backyard field.
Now they'll play on the same home field at One Spokane Stadium.
It's the first time in how many years that we've actually lived in the same city. We used to live just half a mile down the road from each other when we were younger.
Derek was a captain during his elite run at Stanford before making a step into the pros, and Tori was right behind him, a captain at Pepperdine before signing here as the first stop in her professional career. Tori says she's grateful to have someone who understands the grind grind of pro soccer right by her side.
And even having someone who's been there, I mean, he's known me my whole life, so having someone there on the sidelines that's going through it on a daily aspect too, of having to come to training every day, just taking care of themselves as a player, I think is really important to me.
Both Derek and Tori were aligned in their draw to Spokane. The family feel of the franchise made Spokane feel like a home away from home.
It's also fun that I get a front row seat to her success as she gets going in her pro career, and I'm really excited to get to watch her over the next few months.
The Zephyr opened their season later in August with their first home game of the fall on September 6th. The Velocity still hold first place in league standings halfway through their season. They're back at home this Saturday. Reporting in Spokane, Sydney Berger, 4 News Now Sports.
You talk about a pretty crazy small world, that they're both that talented, they're here at the same time. Family get-togethers are pretty easy over there, I'd say.
Right? Yeah, the Waldeck's all converging on Spokane whenever they can.
Yeah, and cousins are so special. What an awesome opportunity for all of them.
That's really neat. And we can now shift from the pitch to the diamond. Spokane Indians on the road in a day game on a weekday. I know, it's crazy. Another one down in Everett. Spokane Indians, though, they do fall 3-2 to the Aqua Sox, forcing consecutive losses and pushing Everett now over 500. Connor Eaton on the mound, picking up his 6th loss, but he fanned 9 and only walked 1 in a very productive day. Spokane batters, though, only earning 5 hits. And the Indians now look to return in a little bit better form in tomorrow's Game 4. Spokane is, fun fact, well, not that fun, a winless 0-3 on Friday games so far this month. So not the best day for the Indians, but not too bad for Mariners fans watching their high A team win. So I guess it's not too bad for those folks. But the M's and 4 News Now will check in on them on Nightside, as well as their new trade today. We'll break that down too, coming up at 11.
A lot of people excited about that trade.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now's Get Outside Guide is brought to you by Click It RV.
Due to recent supply chain delays and clearance items stacking up in the warehouse, this week all Walker's Furniture locations are having an emergency inventory liquidation sale where you can save up to 70% on all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
New inventory is on the way, so we're clearing space and passing the savings on to you. Plus, special 5-year financing was brought in where you can save now and pay over time with no minimum purchase required.
During the inventory reduction sale this week at Walker's.
It's time to cool off this summer in a new 16-foot or 18-foot swim spa from Quality Spa Spokane at the North Division Y, home of the 6-foot deep swim spa.
Life's just better in a spa.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Beep, beep. Working individuals, couples, and families in Washington could get a refund of up to $1,290 on taxes paid in 2024. And if you didn't apply but qualified for this credit in 2023 and 2022, you could potentially get up to $3,745 for 3 years combined. To see if you're eligible for this annual tax refund and learn the steps to apply, visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Book your stay and play getaway today at Mistaqua.com.
Columbia University announced it reached a deal with the Trump administration, agreeing to pay over $220 million to resolve several federal probes into allegations that it had violated anti-discrimination laws and get most of its federal funding restored.
While the university did not admit to any wrongdoing, the institution says reform was needed. CNN's Julia Benbrook explains.
President Donald Trump is celebrating the agreement. In a social media post, he commended Columbia for, quote, doing what is right. But this settlement and Trump's broader push for policy change at universities does raise major questions about academic freedom and the role of the federal government on college campuses. Columbia did not admit wrongdoing, but under the terms of the deal to resolve several federal probes into allegations that it had violated anti-discrimination laws, it did agree to pay the government a $200 million settlement over 3 years and an additional $21 million to settle U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission investigations. The university says the agreement also codifies some policy changes announced in the spring. In exchange, the university said in a statement, a vast majority of the federal grants, which were terminated or paused in March 2025, will be reinstated, and Columbia's access to billions of dollars in current and future grants will be restored. In her first interview since the deal was announced, Columbia's acting president, Claire Shipman, framed the federal funding freeze as an existential threat to the university that needed to be resolved and defended the decision to strike a deal.
It doesn't cross the red lines that we laid out. It protects our academic integrity. That was, of course, essential to us. And two, it does reset our relationship with the federal government in terms of research funding. It's not just money for Columbia. I mean, this is about science. It's about curing cancer, the cutting edge, boundary-breaking science that actually benefits the country and humanity. So that was essential.
While she highlighted that Trump was not personally involved in the negotiations that she was a part of, Shipman did suggest that he was keeping track of what was going on. At the White House, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Your camping forecast, it's going to get hotter as you head into the Columbia Basin this weekend. Temperatures in the upper 80s to 90 degrees with sunshine Saturday and Sunday at Bridgeport State Park. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's our 48th anniversary at More Furniture, 3 generations strong, thanks to you. For 48 incredible years, we've had the honor of furnishing your homes. From our family to yours, we're celebrating with 72 months interest-free financing and no money down on every purchase over $19.99. Plus, we'll remove and donate your gently used pieces locally. That's 6 full years with no interest. Just gorgeous furniture, unbeatable value, and easy monthly payments. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
For over 90 years, McVeigh Brothers has been upgrading homes and making them beautiful. In this month, we're offering special financing where you can put no money down, make no payments, and pay no interest till 2026. McVeigh Brothers, we're working for you.
One day, maybe these were your people, or these. But maybe one day you noticed fewer people, which can feel different, but good. Because now, older, we decide what our people means, how we spend time, even who they are. Like us, our people are their own people, and our connections keep us active, sharper, and happier. Find ways to connect with people of all ages at findyourpeoplewa.org.
It's time for summer fun. So AutoNation Chevrolet wants to make sure you've got the perfect ride for a perfect summer. Drive a new 2025 Chevy Silverado with 0% financing. Go to AutoNation Chevrolet today.
At Le Catering by Eat Good Group, we do more than serve food. We help create moments worth remembering. From weddings and fundraisers to intimate celebrations. Every detail is crafted with care and every bite made to impress. You'll experience professional service with a personal touch. We set the table so you can enjoy the moments. Le Catering, handcrafted events made memorable. Learn more at eatgoodgroup.com.
This is important information from AARP and BECU. You're invited to a free event July 30th at the Southside Senior Activity Center. This is an emergency preparedness workshop designed to help older adults and family caregivers in Spokane County take practical steps in the event of an emergency. Come together with others and walk away with the confidence to face emergencies big or small. Connect with your neighbors, local experts, and support organizations and work together to build a safer, more resilient Spokane. Find out more and register at this website.
Windshield trouble? Call All Star Auto Glass. We come to you.
We are continuing to follow that breaking news, a brush fire burning in Spokane Valley. Let's give you a live look here. Crews are still mopping up the fire. You can see some smoke. It's burning right off of Trent Avenue near Pines, again in Spokane Valley. And now we know at this hour it has burned about 10 acres, so it's grown a bit. People are being asked to avoid the area. Probably will see some smoke in that area for the rest of the night. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is joining us now.
Yeah, Chris, we had basically one day of rain, but it's still really hot, dry conditions. That's why this is so important for fire season.
Absolutely, and we are in the hottest and driest time of the year. Add a little breeze to that, and that can be a concern. But here are 4 things to know about your weather. It's also one of the reasons people love the summers in the inland Northwest, though, that hot, dry, sunny weather and the cooling breeze. So if we could keep those fires under control, here are 4 things to know. It's going to be sunny through the weekend. A little bit of a breeze on Friday, very much like what we've seen today. Gusts up to 25 miles per hour. There aren't any fire weather warnings or advisories in effect. It's not quite at that critical level. However, this time of year, any sort of fire start can spread very rapidly. We'll be in the mid-80s through Sunday, so actually just a hair below average, but we are going to get hotter next week, heading into the mid-90s. Hour by hour, your Friday forecast, 62 degrees at 7 o'clock. The winds out of the southwest, we're going to see 11-mile-per-hour sustained winds through the morning, already hitting 80 degrees by noon, and our winds will pick up a little bit more, but the higher gusts won't get started until later in the afternoon. That high temperature of 87, it is hot, but it is exactly average for this time of the year. Our forecast wind gusts, here's 3 o'clock Friday, about the time those winds will be peaking. Again, southwesterly winds, 24-mile-per-hour gusts in Spokane, 22 in Coeur d'Alene, 23 in Pullman. And those winds will not be at that level for very long, calming down quickly as we get into Friday evening. I will show you now the temperature trend and that hot weather I've been talking about that's on the way. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, exactly average, then a little bit below Saturday at 83, 85 on Sunday, and then things start to warm up. 96 degrees on Tuesday and Wednesday. That would be the second highest our temperatures have gone this season in Spokane. We have not had a triple-digit day yet. We average 1 a year. We had 7 last year, so if to average things out, we should be able to go 6 years without having a triple-digit day. But that white line right there is our average high, which does begin to drop here fairly soon. It's going to stay at 87 through the next week. 87 on Friday with the breezy conditions, a really nice weekend with mostly sunny skies, highs right in that mid-80 range. Then those 90s are coming. You'll notice an increase in clouds Wednesday and Thursday. There is the possibility we'll start to see some isolated mountain thunderstorms early next week and possibly some showers heading into the following weekend. We'll be tracking that, and I will keep you updated. Fingers crossed we could get some more rain. Maybe skip the thunder, Kirsten.
I agree. Thank you, Chris. For most of us, summertime is for relaxing, maybe hanging out by the lake and river with friends and family. But scammers never take a break.
No. Experts say Gen Zers may be experiencing scams in higher numbers, but boomers are losing more money. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the red flags to look out for so you don't get scammed.
Summer is known for backyard barbecues, beach vacations, and summer jobs for college students. But for scammers, it's also an opportunity to exploit consumers. Sean Piles, the host of NerdWallet's Smart Money podcast, says victims may be more vulnerable this time of year.
If we're out of our routines, we're traveling, we might be in new places, we may not be checking our credit card statements as frequently, and that might let fraud slip through.
Piles says job scams are common right now. If you think that job listing sounds a bit too good to be true, it probably is.
Be wary of any job that asks you to put up money in order to work there or promises payment in cryptocurrency. Those are two big red flags. Another red flag is a job that pays a really high rate for minimal work, or a job that asks you to provide personal information like your social security number just to apply for the job.
Texts, emails, or phone calls claiming fraudulent activity on your accounts can be a phishing scam too. And be skeptical of a request for natural disaster relief. Fraudsters sometimes pose as legitimate organizations to steal your money and personal data. And with AI advancements, they're only getting more sophisticated.
You go to a website that you saw from an ad on social media, it looks legitimate, you go to buy these tickets, turns out it wasn't an actual website, it was a duplicate website made by AI.
Kyle says to always go directly to the company or government agency's website for verification and trust your gut. If someone doesn't seem trustworthy, they probably aren't. You can also freeze your credit to stop scammers from opening new accounts in your name. Pals adds that fraudsters often want to create a sense of urgency with claims of pending legal actions or threats. So take a moment and evaluate whether the message is credible before sending money or personal information.
Now, if you do get scammed, it's important to take immediate action, like cutting off all contact with the perpetrator. But there are places you can go for help. Organizations like the Identity Theft Resource Center can help you with recovery. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
All right, before we head to a break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Thursday night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's our 48th anniversary at More Furniture, 3 generations strong, thanks to you. For 48 incredible years, we've had the honor of furnishing your homes. From our family to yours, we're celebrating with 72 months interest-free financing and no money down on every purchase over $19.99. Plus, we'll remove and donate your gently used pieces locally. That's 6 full years with no interest. Just gorgeous furniture, unbeatable value, and easy monthly payments. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
It's the Summer Splash Sale this week at Quality Spas at the North Division Y, where we take our popular Cal Spas made in the USA and mark them down as low as $7,995, with giant swim spas up to $3,000 off, and our super deep 6-foot swim spa up to $4,000 off, making it the perfect time to cool off or relax this summer with massive savings this week at Quality Spas in Spokane.
Life's just better in a spa.
Water is an essential part of our everyday lives. It's important that Spokane acts wisely to preserve our precious water resources and not waste money on evaporation and the need for supplemental water infrastructure due to a burdened aquifer. Please avoid watering your lawn between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. and limit watering to under 2 hours a day, 3 days a week. If we all do our part, we'll keep our river flowing strong, even in times of drought.
2 summer sensations are flying into DQ. One of them is sure to save the summer. And the other? Yeah, he's Superman. No big deal. With an epic mix of sugar cookie dough, sprinkles, and cake batter flavor, the new DQ Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat packs enough flavor to tempt Superman himself. Hurry into DQ or get it delivered in the app for this legendary new Blizzard Treat before it's gone.
Look out below! 3 teens. They're about to drop into shark-infested waters. What happened to them? The shocking aftermath. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Well, coming up tonight on Nightside, back to school shopping has already started for parents all over the country. They cite tariffs as the reason for the early shopping. How they could impact the prices of essential school supplies tonight on Nightside.
Ooh, you will not want to be in the stores this weekend. Sunny skies, temperatures in the 80s. With those back-to-school ads, kind of makes you count the number of summer weekends you have, and there aren't very many left.
There really aren't. I mean, it'll be Labor Day in what, 5-6 weeks?
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. I should have said it.
Can't think about it. Can't think about it. We'll see you for Nightside at 11.